Why do we need to manage our mind and our emotions? What happens when we don't do that versus when we do? Why is it important to even consider managing our mind? And what does that look like when you do? So I just want to take you through an example of when you don't manage your mind and when you do. So when you don't manage your mind, say, for example, maybe you wake up and you're in a bit of a mood, right? You're a bit snappy with your family now, and you're not really sure why. Like, why am I doing this? I don't know. I'm just in a quote unquote bad mood, right? And then you might even think it's them, right? They're being annoying, they're being frustrating, they're just agitating me. And now you continue on to your work day. And you might drive to work and someone cuts you off, or you're stuck in traffic. So now you're in a little bit of a worse mood, or maybe you're working from home, but you still haven't been able to turn it around. And you start your day that way. You start to think about how your boss doesn't appreciate you, how your colleagues are, agitating you, and maybe you're just not in the right job, right? Maybe you need to change jobs, or just quit because you're so sick of what's happening. And you just wish things would change, right? And then you come home after this long day of work and you're exhausted. You're really tired. And the important people in your life are now getting the brunt of that energy. Just the last, those embers are sort of dying, and you just want the day to end. You can't wait for the day to be over, just so you can have maybe 10 minutes to yourself or whatever. Or maybe even you want to just crash and go to sleep, right? You just want the day to end. So you're rushing through that and you're not really connecting. Now, let's contrast that with when you are managing your mind. Okay, so you wake up and you are in a bit of a mood, but you're able to sort of reflect on that and understand why that's happening. And you pause and you decide, and it is a decision that you want to really turn things around before you interact with anybody that day. Okay, and now you've entered a space with a bit more control, right? You might not get it perfect every time, and it's not about perfection, but you're getting a little bit better and better each day. And then you realize your relationships aren't just happening to you, but that you can decide on what kind of dynamic you want to have with the people around you. And you feel a little bit more empowered and more in control. And you understand how things work, right? You understand how to control yourself and your own emotions. And each day you grow and you develop just a little bit more. That's when you start to direct your life. Okay. Your life starts to take a different direction. You realize you don't have to just react to situations or circumstances, but that you can start to carve out your own path. So if you look at both of those situations, in the first situation, you might feel like a lot of things are happening to you, that people are annoying, that circumstances are annoying, and that you don't really have control. And is it as a one-off? Okay, it's not a big deal. But when those situations repeat themselves, day after day or a few times a day, over the weeks, over the months, over the years, all of a sudden it's impacting your relationships. All of a sudden it's impacting your own happiness. Can you see that? Can you see how it's, how just letting things sort of happen kind of spirals out of control and has a cumulative effect? Whereas when you manage your mind and you're more in control, you get to direct your own path. You understand where your power is. So if you want more help on how to do that, how to gain that control, how to sort of help direct your life and change your situations, please do get in touch.